I thought that start with, I thought Connor was maybe a little too amped up, even though sometimes he does his emotions when you look at him may not show it. I think he might have been a little amped up, and I thought they were pretty good early offensively and took some good swings. But then I think Connor did a great job of settling back down and doing what he's capable of doing. And then we, staying on the pitching side of it, obviously it's easy for me to sit up here and say how good Braden Pearson was, but kept throwing the ball in the strike zone for us and letting our defense go play. We played good enough defense behind him. And, I think we made the one mistake, error today. It's the first time we've made an error in probably 6-7 games or so, and we've played really good defense. And then offensively, I thought, Dalton Shuffield's two-run RBI was huge for us because – and I'll say that, let me back up and say we needed to score in the first after they scored, and we did. We cut it in half. I thought that was important for us momentum-wise because every once in a while offensively you want to let your breath out, and we certainly did. And then Jalen Hubbard, who's been really good for us, and over the last probably 3 weeks offensively was gave us some really solid at-bats, and gave us a chance to score, and he drove in 2 more. But I'm really proud of our pitching performance. I think Little Rock's a very, very good not only baseball team, but I think they're an incredibly good offensive team. And for us to hold them down to 3 runs is a credit to our pitching and a compliment to their offense. And because I think they're that good offensively. And so we had to pitch good, and we certainly got that out of it today.
Coach, when Little Rock came out in the first and put 2 runs on the board, and seeing how they swung the bats against Louisiana this morning and last night, were you just part of you saying, "Oh, here we go again" a little bit?
Yeah. Because again, when they were at our place, they hit everything we threw up there, and they may be minus a hitter or so from then, I think maybe, but still everything we threw up there, they hit us hard. And so our guys pay attention to those other games too, right? And so they're sitting over there going, hey, these guys put up a lot of runs against Lafayette who could really pitch. But again, I think it's a compliment to the competitiveness of our guys on the mound today, because we all saw, not just we all saw how good they could be offensively against good pitchers like they did, the other night.
I mean, digging in on the pitching staff, not having to go deep into the bullpen, only 2 pitchers used tonight. How important was that for you as we progress through the tournament?
Well, we'll find out. But it's as it stands to date right now, it was really important for us. We've got some guys that are a little banged up back there right now, and end of the year, everybody kind of don't always feel as good as they need to feel, but to only have to use 2 and still come out of a win, and in a must-win situation is always huge for us, and so we'll give the baseball to Zach Lee tomorrow. And, Zach, the one thing about it, I have no idea how the outcome, none of us know because it's baseball, but I know that he'll get out there and compete, and he'll leave his heartbeat out there on the rubber. I know that, on the mound for us.
We talked about Sheffield a little bit, but you just really just feel like as he dug into the bullpen, you guys were going to get a break there to break that game open.
Yeah, that sucker's a little baseball player, man. He's been such a boost in the arm for us, and he's so competitive. Obviously, if you look at him, in his uniform, it's not the most imposing thing in the world, right? But that little rascal knows the game of baseball and plays the game of baseball incredibly hard with incredibly amount of competitive spirit. And every time he goes up there, he doesn't give things away. He's up there competing and playing, and he's been a huge shot in the arm for us the second half of the season.